supplied by Satan. So you can't call me a liar, and you damn sure can't say I'm ridiculing you. You know it is, and damn it, if you know it is, then that is the truth. Bear witness. So don't hold your brother accountable for telling the truth as a weapon to you to feel angry. You cannot. The truth is not hate. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, taught it to him. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan said in the lecture series, it's either truth or falsehood, brothers and sisters, and an emotion can follow, all right? Because if you know I'm telling the truth about you and I'm telling you that I ain't trying to point you out, then that means that's God alone, okay? You must accept this because I ain't never seen you before a day in my life. But I damn sure try to talk to you like you right in my face and counsel, okay? Brothers and sisters, and brothers, I didn't mean to go on so long. You know, I had the other.
But no, you doing what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the one that's gonna stop you, man. You doing the right thing. You know, you don't have to apologize to me. And again, anybody who listening, if they got a problem with it, they can always find something else to listen to. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we giving real teachings out here, man, and we ain't disrespecting each other. You know, you speak, and when you done, if I have something to say, I'll say it.
And then furthermore, you know, the comment section is open.
Absolutely.
So that's truth once again. You know, when you reject it, nobody comments. But we know the language that we speak. If you comment, you know that you can't be on foolishness. Because we'll recognize foolishness real quick. And you will be fractionated, you know, out of that conversation real quick.
Absolutely.
And it'll be done with respect. Okay? And I know I ain't speaking of respect in a manner like I'm going to say something sassy to you. No. With all due respect, brother or sister, we see that your aggression is above reproach. No disrespect. You know, stand down, and that's it. And you can respond until your fingers drop. That'll be entirely up to you. But you will bear witness that you weren't disrespected by us at all. Okay? That ain't what we here for. We trying to tell you right now in this segment, we must protect ourselves from wickedness, from hierarchy, from satanic people who are running this government, okay, and these communities, send us these fake, so-called, boys and girls, organizations and, stuff like that, that are, causing hindrances in our people way of life. And as well as their own now, because your own people, and like the minister said, your own wickedness is destroying you. Not just you, elite, but your ancestors, your mixed children. The ones in our society that be amongst us. Yes, no disrespect. You are the side effects, I would say. No disrespect.
Well, you gotta break yourself from that, man. You gotta break yourself from it.
Right, and you have to understand that we're not trying to tell you it in a hateful way either.
You gotta break yourself from it, because they implanting this stuff in you, man. You don't really realize what they doing. They the original deadbeat dads.
Yes, sir.
They the original deadbeat dad. Because what were they doing? Making babies with black women during that time and leaving the children or moving them and taking them away from the parent or doing whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
And then they didn't even accept the child as their own family. So imagine that. How did they come up with that word? And they've turned you into you've allowed them to turn you into a deadbeat.
Right.
Or what they so-called saying. Because again, they want you to believe because you don't have something, that fiat note, that you can't be a father to your child if you don't have enough of it.
Right.
So again, you out here, running around, you ducking and dodging and hiding because they telling you that you don't have money, so now you can't be a father. Well, you just gonna have to come get me because I'm gonna be at the door knocking, trying to go see what my son and daughter doing. You know what I mean? You got to come get me because I'm not hiding from you based off of that.
Right.
Because again, you coming to take a father away from a child because of something that you don't even need to be involved in anyway. And for that person who's involving you in that goes to show where their mind is.
Exactly.
Because you can always make up a situation with that parent, whether it's a man or a woman, y'all can get together and be like, okay, well, I know that you don't have this or that, so we can work something out. You can watch the kid or do something else, and then you, who want to try to act like the woman putting a whole bunch of burden on you by asking you to watch the son or daughter, you know what I'm saying? What are you thinking about? So again, we have to learn to work together and again remove this stuff from us, man, because it's been implanted in us, and you have to emancipate yourself. And I ain't talking about that Emancipation Proclamation that was made up by whoever. I'm talking about free your mind and your body from this wicked nature, man, from this last name that was given to you by the slave master and their children. So you have to emancipate yourself from that. You got to free yourself from it, man. You have to. It's the only way. You can be just like they trained you to think a certain way. You can retrain yourself. You can sit down and figure things out on your own, research. The same way you sit in front of that television every day, all day long, watching the Atlanta Housewives and whoever else, Empire and anything else that's on, the Power and all that. Just like you sitting there watching that and know all the characters in it and what they doing and, the people who it, like they name, where they live at, the shoe size. You mean to tell me you can't figure nothing else out? You know Shaq's shoe size. Michael Jordan's shoe size, where he live, his shooting percentage, how many layups and slam dunks. You can figure all that out. But to let these people say a word you don't understand, you won't even take the time to look up that one simple word. Because you want to be stuck in your same ways. You feel comfortable in that way, in this way of life. And you allowing your children to get comfortable with it. I don't understand it. And then you sit around and you complain about what's going on in your neighborhoods, but then you're not going to do nothing about it. And then if somebody try to do something or say something about it, then you want to get mad with them about that. Because you don't want to clean up, or you don't want to protect your own family.
Right.
And some of you out here probably try to knock your own mothers out for telling you to do, for telling you something that's right. Because you want to look.
My neighbor was just telling me that earlier when me and you was on the phone.
Oh yeah, that's what that was about.
That's what she was talking about. My neighbor was doing the same thing you just said.
Man, these people, they out of control, man. They've been engineered, to the point where, man, it's gonna be hard to even, bring them back. It seems like, because they don't want to turn back, and they really think what's going on out here is the business, man. They really believe that this money is gonna save them. You cannot take this money with you where you going. and eventually it's not going to be, it's nothing anyway, but eventually they're going to show you that it's nothing. And again, because they already showing you that your life ain't worth nothing, because they filming it on TV, showing them doing what they do. They showing you on TV your life doesn't mean anything to them. They have no concern about you. They're not worried about your well-being. They don't want you here. They want to eliminate you. And you still trying to be their friend. You still want to sign that contract so you can live like them in their neighborhoods, in their communities, where they don't want you.
Right.
Keep playing follow the leader, though. You're going to find yourself in a position you can't get out of. You know, sitting here giving your body up, having sex with men having sex with men, and you got some of these Uncle Toms always out here talking about black people. And it's okay when they doing that. You know, and I've heard other brothers say the same thing. It's okay when they sit around and they talk about other black brothers and what they, you know, what's going on, but they don't try to do anything. They don't mention nothing about what these Caucasians are doing or what they've done. You know, they let master control their every word.
Right.
All for that fiat, for that money. You're selling your soul, man.
You know, knowingly, but subconsciously, unknowingly. You know, and that's terrible, you know. That's social engineering. And, you know, brother, like I said, we got to be protectors. Like I told you, I was going to, you know, go to that definition as well. You know, some might, you know, should be thinking of me trying to bore you out with that. But, you know, nah, man, this is what he wanted me to heavily stay up on top of. Because when you hear the word and you get the explanation of it, it's a relief, man, if you really appreciate what you're hearing. Okay? So you know, we got to protect ourselves. We read the definition about them saying some wicked crap. That's what the protection is necessary for. You know, so you got the mind capacity, not just the weaponry, but the brain capacity to protect yourself from wickedness, okay? He said must. Ain't that what you said, brother?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me give you the definition of must. I know you weren't expecting that. I weren't either. But I'm going to just keep it to you with you. It's, you know, it means used to say that something is required by a rule or law, okay? It's the law that we protect ourselves from wickedness. All right, it's the rule of God to protect yourself from wickedness, and it is a requirement of the necessity of your essence to have a good life, to protect yourself from wickedness. Okay, let's look at another portion. It's used to say that someone should do something. Okay, you. About what? This condition we suffering from. Okay? Remember what I told you in another broadcast? That God said we're going to have to promote a revolutionary social change. That's what he said, you know, in the definition. What I was explaining in a Pacific subject. But we gonna have to do this, or these people gonna keep doing what they doing and what they are commanded to do. Okay. So to us, it seems wickedness to those, you know, it seems messed up to those who don't know them. But when you know them, in reality, they're just fulfilling their role that God gave them to do. So it may seem messed up to you, but they really doing their job. As long as you want to keep being blind and thinking it's a joke and ain't thinking it's real, He is going to allow them to keep doing it until they get to the point where it's